Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Roger Crow here. I'm going to be going on about Blade Runner in a bit, which for me is Ridley Scott's masterpiece, and probably for a lot of you too. With Blade Runner 2049 just around the corner, it's going to be interesting to take another look at the film which inspired it. And the film which we thought would never see a sequel to, certainly back in 1982 when the film flopped. Which is extraordinary considering it was light years ahead of the game. No one had created anything like Blade Runner before, although there was a hint of it in Metropolis and certainly in the pages of Heavy Metal slash Metal Hurlant comic, but certainly no one had committed any vision, certainly on a citywide scale, to celluloid until Ridley Scott came along. Quite interesting, a little bit of backstory, the fact that Ridley had lost his brother Frank, so he was grieving and quite keen to get his teeth into something quite interesting and dark to help get over his grief, and he certainly managed it with easily the best film of his career. It's a stunning piece of work, as I mentioned in a few minutes, so if you've not seen it before, check it out on the biggest screen possible. If you can't do that, check it out on Blu-ray or 4K or certainly a high definition format. It's well worth it. And if you like more of my rambling, or you want to see more of it rather, then check out my blog at crowsfeet.wordpress.com. Thanks very much. So, Blade Runner, made in 1982 by Ridley Scott and written by David Webb Peoples and Hampton Fancher. Based on Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick, starring Harrison Ford in his first major role after Indiana Jones. Beautifully directed, looks incredible, amazing score by Vangelis. Incredible supporting cast as well. This was the film that gave us Rutger Hauer in easily his most memorable performance, Edward James Olmos before his days in Battlestar Galactica. Stunning special effects from Douglas Trumbull from 2001 fame and Silent Running. Harrison Ford gives a stunning performance as Rick Deckard, the replicant hunter, or if you like, android hunter, brought out of retirement, pun intended, for one final job, to track down 6 replicants, which include Daryl Hannah in her pre-Splash days. He falls for Rachel, played by Sean Young, who may or may not be a replicant, and is drawn into a web of intrigue and drama as he tracks the replicants down. Known as the Nexus 6, although there's 5 of them, because one got fried running into an electrical field. Deckard finds before long he's in over his head and is tracking down the leader of the replicants, Roy Batty, in a nightmarish future vision of 2019 Los Angeles. A place full of rain and smog and not many people because everyone's buggered off to off-world colonies. The art direction is out of this world. You'll probably never see a better film, certainly one made in the 1980s. Thanks to a strike on the set in Los Angeles, it meant Ridley and his team of art directors and construction crew were able to spend a lot more time working on the sets before the film was even ready to shoot. Even the advertising art by people like John Alvin and later Drew Struzan is a sight to behold. Well worth a look, 10 out of 10.